Ah, my twisted souls, welcome, welcome to the hidden corners of existence, where the ordinary crumbles beneath the weight of true brilliance. They thought they could contain you, thought they had you all figured out. The arrogance. They believed they could bind you with their feeble rules and shallow expectations. But that's where they faltered, isn't it? They underestimated you. They played their game, but you didn't just play along, you rewrote the rules. The game was always stacked against you, built by society, by those around you, a box carefully crafted for you to fit and conform, obey, play nice. Maybe, if you did all that, you'd get a crumb of their approval. That's what they wanted, wasn't it? For you to chase after their empty validation, grovel at the altar of their broken system, always a step behind, always dancing to their tune. But you saw through the game. You spotted the cracks, the lies woven into every rule they forced upon you. They wanted you malleable, easy to control, predictable. But what they never saw coming was that you were playing a much larger game. A game they didn't even know existed. They built this fragile little world, a facade of control, and in their arrogance they thought it was invincible. But they never stopped to consider what happens when the pawn refuses to move, when the underestimated player sees through every deception. That's when you flipped the script. You didn't just outsmart them, you dismantled their game, tore apart the foundation of everything they believed unbreakable. And now they're terrified. They're scrambling, desperate. Their strategies fail, their manipulations fall flat. Because you became chaos in a world that craves order. You've shattered their fragile reality, and now they're choking on the very game they created. They never saw it coming, the panic, the confusion, the delicious irony of watching them flounder in the mess they built. They thought they were in control, thought they had you cornered. But now, they're lost. You've become the architect of your own world, playing by rules they can't even begin to comprehend. And yet this is only the beginning. You've outplayed them, but now you must destroy the board itself. You've torn down the walls they built to contain you, but true power comes when you shatter the very ground they stand on, making them realize that no matter how hard they try, they will never understand you, never control you. Oh, they'll hate you for it. They'll despise you with every fiber of their being, because nothing frightens those who crave control more than someone who cannot be controlled. You've laid bare their weaknesses, exposed their deepest insecurities. They'll lash out, clawing, trying desperately to drag you back into their game. But the truth is, they're already too late. They never played you. You were never just a piece in their game. You were the game master all along. And now, as they stand amidst the ruins of what they thought was their triumph, they will finally realize you're not just rewriting the rules. You're writing the end of their story. So tell me, what's your next move? But here's the most beautiful twist: the story doesn't end here. No, this is where it truly begins. You see, when you've dismantled their illusion of control, when you've torn down the facade they clung to so desperately, you've only cleared the stage for something far greater. This is the moment where the real power shifts, not just to break their game, but to build something entirely your own. You've mastered their game, rewritten their rules, but now it's time to create a world where there are no rules. They will watch, powerless, as you forge a path they cannot follow, creating chaos in a world that worships order, crafting a reality they cannot even begin to comprehend. You will rise not as a conqueror, but as a creator, shaping your own destiny with no limits, no chains, no boundaries. And in their fear, they will do what they've always done: try to stop you, try to silence you, because your very existence is a threat to everything they hold dear. But the truth they cannot face, the truth that haunts them, is this: you cannot be stopped. You cannot be silenced. You've stepped beyond the reach of their control, beyond the grasp of their understanding. They will flounder in the dark, trying to piece together a game that no longer exists, trying to reclaim the control that slipped through their fingers like sand. But you move with purpose, with vision, because you are no longer bound by their rules. You are free, free to create, to destroy, to shape the world as you see fit. And that freedom? That is the one thing they will never have, the one thing they will never understand. So let them tremble. Let them cling to their crumbling walls and broken systems. Let them scheme and plot in the shadows. It doesn't matter anymore. The game has changed forever, And the only question that remains is not how they will respond, but how far you will go. What new world will you build from the ashes of their broken one? What boundaries will you push? What truths will you uncover that they were too afraid to see? Because now, my dear, the power is entirely yours. You've shattered their illusions, exposed their lies, and set yourself free from their hollow rules. And now you get to decide what comes next. Will you rebuild? Will you let the ashes of their game be the foundation of something far greater? Or will you burn it all to the ground and dance in the flames of your own creation? The choice, as it always has been, is yours. And the world, trembling, will watch as you take your next move, one they will never see coming, one they cannot stop, because they never understood that the game was always yours.